Hi, kitty cats. So I want to do this makeup thing, and I haven't been able to do it because my hands are still pretty bad with the psoriatic arthritis, especially this finger. If you can look, I cannot really bend it upward, and when I go like this, that's as far as I can bend it that way. It hurts. It not hurts too bad of an extreme. Otherwise than that, my joints are kind of weak, so it's hard for me to like pick up a lot of stuff. As you can see, my skin is still a wreck. But I'm doing that medication soon, like I talked about in the last video, and hopefully that's gonna start healing me. Cause I'm really kind of like, I love spring and summer. I love wearing like less clothes, but it's really getting to me because I'm constantly itchy, and I don't like the way that it makes me feel when I'm wearing like shorts or a tank top and I see people looking at my skin a lot, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's different. It's not like people have skin like this usually, and I get it. And sometimes people think it's poison ivy or something weird and they're afraid of it. But I just don't like dealing with it. I don't like people staring at me like that. It's really funny because, I'm a big girl, and that doesn't bother me in the least. When people look at me because I'm a big girl, I'm just like, whatever. But this bothers me. I don't know why it's different for me, but it's just, I guess I've always had really good skin. So when this started up a few years ago and it keeps getting worse, it's bothering me. So anyways, away from that and on to what we're gonna do today, and that is go through my eyeshadow palettes, which is usually a big deal. And it still is. I've got so many palettes to go through and decide what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, and it's going to be really hard for me, like really hard. So anyways, here we go, right? Let's get right into it. So I'm gonna do some of the smaller ones that I have first. Like, I don't even know, like, yeah, this is a quad. Like some of these small little ones that, okay, I think I've got the majority of the small ones. A lot of them fall down underneath here. Okay. So, first this little quad, I never use this. I used it, I think, twice. And other than that, sorry, it's really hard for me to get stuff open with my fingers, but there we go. Gives you a close-up look of it. I know, like you can see all the trees reflecting off of this. It just doesn't speak to me very much, so yeah, that's gonna go. We've got, this is definitely saying this is Pretties for Your Face, the Sanderson Sister palette that came out around Halloween. It's a really nice palette. These colors are really pretty and I like them lots, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this one, so this one stays. This used to be a go-to for me for a while. You could see, like, I hit pan on 2 of those colors. I really had loved this for a long time. It was like my basic everyday palette that I went to, but now I never use it. Tarte's no longer a favorite company of mine either. So I think it's time to let it go because I don't use it. There's this Wet n Wild glitter palette. I have loose glitter, so I don't really need this thing that much. So I'm gonna let this go too. what else we have? Then I have the Style London palette. I can't really remember where I got this from. I think it may have been a Glossybox. It's actually a pretty nice little palette. This color is really, really gorgeous too. But I kind of already have these colors. Like, so I think I'm gonna let it go. So these smaller ones, I don't really have much of a need for, you know. Okay, and then there's this, which I can't even seem to get open. Yeah, I have so much trouble getting this open. The latch on it's really hard for me to do. Oh, there, finally got it. Okay. The mirror is smashed. And the colors, you'd think they'd be like super pigmented. They're nice, but they are not very pigmented at all. None of them really are very pigmented, in my opinion. And I just don't reach for it. I thought I got it TJ Maxx thinking, wow, I'm getting this deal. It's Marc Jacobs, like so amazing. And then it was like, oh, you know, I liked it for a while, but I think I liked it more for the name than I actually liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, ooh, it's Marc Jacobs. I can't let it go. But now I'm gonna let it go. Like, I'm over that. Okay? So, and then we got this here. The Winky Looks Kitten Palette. I used to use this a lot. I especially like these two colors. And I'm keeping this because I feel like I will use it again. So that stays. That stays. Then we've got the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. And not all of these colors are that great. But some of them are. So despite the fact that it's not the best palette in the world, I really, really love some of these colors. Ice Pop, Coral Punch, and Sugar Coated. I really like it. My daughter actually keeps getting into this palette. I don't know why, but she does. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, this one I always say I'm gonna get rid of and then I don't. And that is because it's an EM Michelle Phan palette. This little color here, I've never found like any of my other palettes or anything, a color like this. And so I keep it for that color. And until I get that color somewhere else, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna get rid of it. So there's that. What's this? There's like a weird plastic thing in there. Oh, I know what that is. It's a nail polish scraper thing for when you do the whatever. Anyways. Don't know what that's for. The NYX Avant Pop palette. I'm definitely keeping this. I use it a lot at Halloween. These colors are really pigmented. This one's a bit dirty though. I definitely need to like clean this off. That's how you can tell a palette like has been used a lot, is when it gets dirty. Also, you can tell that my daughter used it when it gets this dirty. Like, cause I never let it get that dirty, but she does. So that's staying. That one is staying. This one, I do not remember where it came from anymore. It doesn't have a name on it, and I don't use it that much. And I have most of these colors in other palettes, so I'm gonna let it go. Let it go. No, I don't want to sing that song. Why did I do that? Oh, this one, the Love You So Mochi, the pastel one. And this is one of the reasons that these shadows are like super soft. As you can see, one of them is broken up here and I just had to like pop it back together. They're very, very soft and I like them. And gosh, this is a mess too. You can tell my daughter's like been messing with it. That one I'm gonna let go too. She'll probably take it. She takes most of the palettes that I let go. So before anybody raises their hand for anything, my daughter gets first dibs, and then her friend gets second dibs, so usually I don't have anything left. The Element of Surprise ColourPop palette. I'm definitely keeping this one. I really like this one. It's got really pretty colors. There's certain colors I use more than others. This one I really, really love. And it has this great pink color too. Like, it's a nice palette. I'm keeping it. This is the Hard Candy Matte. It's the Hard Candy Look Pro Matte Eyeshadow Pro Palette. So, some very basic, like, neutral colors for the most part, except like this. And, yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to keep it, actually. Because it's always nice to have, like, a nice matte palette hanging around, okay? The Courageous, Tenacious, Fearless, Legendary 16-piece total Avengers, Ulta Avengers palette thing. I've only used it a few times, so I'm definitely keeping it because I want to use it more. And I like some of these colors. I especially like Smash and Fearless, like the greens in here are really great. This one is definitely staying. The Urban Decay X Kristen Leanne. I love this palette. I use it pretty often, actually. The colors are really pigmented and they pop, and I love them. The only trouble is there isn't a lot of mattes going on in here, so that's when, like, I need, like, some matte colors from another palette. This one I haven't used that much yet either. The Misunderstood palette. Yeah. It's really pretty. So pretty. So this one's definitely staying. This is a really nice palette too. The Urban Decay Born to Run. I don't know anybody who dislikes this palette that's gotten it. If I do, you've never said anything to me. It's just really nice. I won it in a giveaway, and I'm definitely keeping it. It's a good palette to have. The Urban Decay Naked Heat. This was a birthday gift to me from a friend. I was super excited about it, and I still like having this palette. It has like all these great reddish shades, that fiery reddish shades. It's just a beautiful palette, and I love it, and I'm keeping it. So we've got this Supernova palette from, somebody gave me this because they ended up not liking it, and honestly, it has been falling apart a lot. Like, there are colors that are just missing because they just fell out and broke and smashed. So I don't even think I'm gonna pass this on to anybody because it's just such a mess. And maybe just throwing it out altogether because it's really not a very good palette anymore. I'm not saying it wasn't to begin with. I'm just saying it isn't at this point because it's just falling apart. The Too Faced Stardust by Vegas Nay. I've had this for a really long time. I didn't hit pan on anything, which I'm surprised, because when I first had it, I used it like almost every day. And I'd really liked this one, but I have some similar colors, you know, and I think I'll let this go. The Perception Shayla X ColourPop palette. I love this palette. Just some great shimmery, gorgeous colors in there. So I will be keeping this. It stays. Then we've got the J-Cat Hollywood 24 Eyeshadow Palette. I remember I always had trouble opening this one up too. There we go. It's got some really nice pops of color all over it that you can use. It's a good eyeshadow palette. You know what? It's funny though. I don't think I've even touched this yellow, which is funny because I'm always like, I don't have any yellows. And it's like, oh. I guess I did. This was at the bottom of the drawer, and I think I had forgotten about it, but I'm definitely keeping it. It's a good one. And then, we've got this Life's a Drag palette. Okay, I need to talk to my daughter about cleaning these when she's done with them, because she's been using this a lot lately, and the yellow is like a mess. Yeah, that's no good. Can't have that at all. But I'm keeping this. It's definitely a good palette that I've enjoyed using, and the yellow is really great in it, and so is the red color. The color Snatched. It's really great. Yellow is called Campy, but the Snatched is really good. I'm not really a fan of his anymore, of Manny MUA, but he did put out some good makeup, so I'm keeping it. Oh. And these, I do have a few other palettes that are like behind me over there. I have the Beauty Killer from Jeffree Star. I'm keeping that. I have the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette. I'm keeping that. And my Morphe 35P palette, which I also will be keeping. So there you go. I'll show you everything in the drawer after I get organized in here. I also have some new palettes I haven't tried out that much yet that you saw in a recent haul, like this palette and these cute little donut ones, and those I haven't really used that yet, so they're not even, they will be staying, but not going into my drawer yet, because they're in a separate drawer for stuff that I need to try out. Okay, so I'm gonna organize this a little bit, and then we'll get back to you. So these are all the ones that are staying. This is how I have them. Some of them can't go up like this because they're too tall, so they go back there. And then we've got some of the longer ones here. So there you go. And I have to remember that this J-Cat one is here at the bottom so that I can use it more. And over here, we have all the ones I'm getting rid of, which are mostly small ones, but that's okay. Yeah. Because I like the bigger ones. And we'll see if my daughter wants them or what. So that is it for the eyeshadow palettes this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm just, hold on a second. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please remember to share, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that bell if you want notifications. Hit it twice, actually. And hopefully I'll start feeling better soon. I have been gradually getting better because the weather has been nice and sunny. However, the humidity starts out pretty low. Like at one point of the day it's low, and then it gets high, and just, yeah. Yesterday it was really, really hot, but the humidity wasn't that bad. And I kind of have an okay day. Like I said, this one finger just really keeps giving me trouble. It makes it hard to like hold, you know, even a fork sometimes. So holding makeup brushes is just super hard for me right now, and I hate it. Absolutely hate it, because I want to do some stuff. And one of these days, I'm going to do some makeup looks. I will. But for now, you're getting the eyeshadow palette. Simple Kit Kat and I should be doing our Ipsy bags soon. We're going to have both this month's and last month's Ipsy bags. And I've got empties to do. I've got a lot of empties to go through. So yeah, there's other things coming too, but I also have some makeup look stuff that I want to do. There's one that I started it and I didn't finish it, because there was 2 parts to it, so I only got one of the parts. I went fuzzy there for a minute. And I'm sure there's probably going to be a small haul next month or something not too much because money is getting tight again. I don't know what's going on outside. I know that my friend and my boyfriend are doing some yard work, so there's probably going to be some noisy lawnmower things going, which thank God the lawn's getting mowed. So I hope everybody's having a great day, and always remember to be kind, even when they take away all your eyeshadow palettes. Goodbye, kitty cats.